Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Colts and the reigning NFC champs, and it comes your way next.
After 272 regular season games, 12 playoff games, one last one on the NFL calendar, and it happens tonight as EA Sports welcomes you to the Super Bowl. Coming up, a battle here in the NFL playoffs. It's the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts and the champions of the NFC, the Detroit Lions. Final game of the season. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. Greg, it has been a long run to get here. 2 weeks of build-up, the media day, the radio interviews. It's all over now. Finally, it's time for football, and for these players, from the gun, on third down, it's Goff. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. When you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences, it's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early third down and be able to pick up a first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
Quick throw here is complete. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Goff. Quick throw, taken in, and he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. A run with Brooks. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop.
And he's in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Lions. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
As much as you try to tell yourself, Mike, that this is just another game, the reality is it just isn't. It doesn't matter if it's your first Super Bowl or your 10th. This is the game you've dreamt about playing in from the first time you put on pads all the way back in Pop Warner. You're bound to get emotional in some capacity, but you have to get that out of the way and get ready to do everything in your power to turn those childhood dreams of hosting the Lombardi into a reality. As long as this guy does his part, you're going to have a fighting chance to come out on top.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Off the play fake, it's Richardson. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on third down, that number just goes up.
On fourth down, here comes J.K. Scott to punt. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Another try with Brooks. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. His first catch of this Super Bowl. And good for the 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. Here's Goff. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So we've played a quarter here in Super Bowl 61. It's the Lions who have the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2. To throw is Goff. Oh, he tried to swing it outside, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackmon, to the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Colts. Jason Sanders on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Colts will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So now this team's offense ready to take over once again. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. Working the sideline, that's St. Brown. And we'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a first down.
Goff hooking up with his tight end, Laporta, and they give the Lions a first down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. On the ground, it's Brooks. Brooks, first down and then some. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Detroit. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
The extra point is good, and the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to see what they can do. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. This one complete to Bryant. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike. This is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the first down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert.
Taylor loses the football, but this is taken in by a teammate.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus, and that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A handoff. It's Brooks running right. He'll work forward for a couple. Julian Blackman comes up from the safety spot to bring him down. 2nd down and 8. On play action, Goff. Now a pass deep for St. Brown. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Now Goff. To the right side, that's St. Brown. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Lions 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A toss, and here's Brooks. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Two minutes remain here in this 1st half. Back for more on Super Bowl Sunday. After this, 2nd and 11. Throwing here is Goff. A dive and a catch. Incredible. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field.
And he'll take it on in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Here's Brown on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions will take a 21-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. On 1st down, it's Richardson. And this time, the rush gets home. And down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. And this one is caught by Pierce. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Richardson. This is intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell. And And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last two drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
This team's offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Goff to throw on first down. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
A second down throw for Goff. He'll go right back to Laporta. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. From the gun, it's Goff. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. First and 10. To throw is Goff. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
We spent so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make. And, of course, that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL. But also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on third down, and give yourself a chance.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Richardson to throw here on first and 10. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Throwing on second down, Richardson. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work, first and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. On second down, Richardson. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. Richardson gonna look to throw. He gets this one complete to Pittman. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the first down. Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. He's to the 15, and he will go all the way. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, they get the running back out of the backfield, and Greg, we find him in the end zone, a touchdown pass.
Mike, we call those short throw, long run. It's every quarterback's dream. He's able to get the ball out of his hand to his intended target, and in this case, this guy, he does the rest.
Now Sanders on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts back within 10. It's now 24-14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to go to work once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Goff. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem. And plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Down the field, he's got St. Brown. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a 1st down.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have...
Good blocking, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready for this next possession. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense, and I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense, and it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
A second down throw for Richardson. Carlton Davis there defensively to break that one up. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Goff. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On play action, Goff. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And it'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Goff. Over the middle. He's got St. Brown. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. On the ground, they go with Brooks. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air?
He is in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Colts offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Richardson. That is caught downfield by Pierce. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right around the 40. The big lineman, Aleem McNeil, ends the play there. So, 1 quarter remains in Super Bowl 61. We are back for the 4th from New Orleans after this. Throwing is Richardson. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now Richardson. Pass right side to Downs. He's going to have the 1st down, and that one good for 9, and the drive continues. Here's Richardson. Quick throw here is complete, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Wide open is the tight end. He's got this one. That's catch. Now it looks like Dan Campbell will go ahead and throw the red challenge flag here.
Is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. On 2nd down, Richardson. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Richardson. To the goal line and in. Josh Downs. Touchdown, Indy. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense. heading out for their next possession. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They move Laporta, sending him in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. He's got his tight end, that's Laporta. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Goff to throw on 1st down. He'll get that into the hands of Williams.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On 1st down, it's Goff. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the gun, it's Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
His 1st catch of this Super Bowl, and good for the 1st down.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll run with Brooks. He'll get this forward, no signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And this time he will work his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. From the gun, Richardson. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Richard. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. It's the linebacker, Jack Campbell.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The Lions offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Brooks. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On the jet sweep, the give to St. Brown. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Give it up the middle to Brooks. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back. This is a spot you just love to be in as a defensive player. I mean, you've got them backed up so far, you're not really fearing any play call, let alone a run. Sit a couple guys back, keep the ball from being thrown over your head. Everybody else track the ball, comes up well short.
And the Lions have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. So a moment to savor here. Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Detroit Lions. They are your Super Bowl 61 champion. So that'll do it for another spectacular season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Greg Olson, and our entire crew, I'm Mike Tirico. We'll do it again come the fall. Till then, so long from the Super Bowl.